Countdown to 93. A Hard Rock Cafe's New Year's Eve special tonight.
10 minutes before the hour, New Year's Eve is certainly a loud and sparkling night. So who better to host tonight's Hard Rock Cafe New Year's Eve special on CBS than Love and Wars? Sometimes loud and certainly sparkling Jay Thomas.
We got Nia Peeples down there. We drew straws. She lost. She's at Times Square. And Judy Tenuta will be
comedian.
With me, comedian. Yep. And then we're going to have all kind of music until 1:30 New York time.
It's the 1992 Hard Rock Cafe's New Year's special, starring live from New York, Keith Richards and the Expensive Winos, Nia Peeples from Times Square, and from the Hard Rock Cafe in New York, the Robert Cray Band, with special appearances by Pearl Jam, the B-52s, Bo Diddley, Genesis, the Kids in the Hall, Judy Tenuta, and Interference from Zoo TV featuring U2. I'm your host, Jay Thomas. Hello, everybody. And Nia Peeples is live at Times Square. Nia, can we see Nia? We have Miss Nia Peeples.
Can you see me?
There you are.
Hi.
Remember, Nia, Times Square, men are men, some of the women are men. Some of the men are women, so be careful who you pet when you're out there, all right?
Well, Jay, I usually don't have a problem deciphering the men from the women. But if I did, I would actually be okay up here because I happen to be perched high above the over 250,000 people who have gathered here in Times Square for the traditional dropping of the ball, which signifies the end of this year and the beginning of 1993.
Nia, will you tell us exactly where you are at Times Square?
Exactly, Jay. I'm standing on the rooftop of a building in the middle of Times Square.
The rooftop of a building in the middle of Times Square.
Yes, we're in about 25 minutes. New York is going to send out the New Year's Eve greetings.
You may need a better
world.
agent before the show is over, Nia.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think so,
in a nice warm building. You're in a rooftop.
It's freezing up here, but it's an incredible sight.
Now, what can we see there? Seriously, is there something, a landmark you could show us? Is there a
landmark?
Anything. Like
how about Times Square? Is that
picture?
bigger?
Is there a picture of it?
Yeah, actually, if you go, you can see the Coca-Cola thing right there.
I see that sign.
That's a pretty big landmark thing right there. Now, right up on top of that building over there, on the Renaissance building, we have our other cameras.
Right.
Can you see me up there?
I see all of that.
Okay, now what you're looking at actually is the intersection of two of the most famous streets in the world.
Right.
Right over here is Broadway. Look, Ma, I'm on Broadway.
Look at you made Broadway, Nia.
Hey, maybe I don't need to fire my agent. This is Broadway. We call it the Great White Way, where everyone from John Barrymore to Al Pacino have entertained theater goers for years and years. And on this side is 7th Avenue, or Fashion Avenue, where all the hottest fashion designers show us their latest trends and styles. And of course, where Marky Mark greets everyone in just his underwear.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Marky Mark poster at Times Square.
Yay!
There it is. Now, this is going to be one of the most exciting New Year's ever because at midnight, the ball will drop and Marky Mark's pants drop with it. Is that right?
Lucky me.
Lucky you.
I'm standing right under the ball and Marky Mark.
And I have it on good authority. They will stick where they hit, all right? All right, there we go. Thank you very much, Nia.
This is a really, really exciting time right here. But actually, just as exciting as Marky Mark, well, maybe just as exciting, I'd say more exciting than Marky Mark, is down on 43rd Street at the Academy Theater, where Keith Richards and his band, the Expensive Winos, are getting ready to join us live for the hottest New Year's Eve concert ticket in all America. Now, here in Times Square, we just caught a bit of Pearl Jam, who are actually opening for Keith Richards. So let's take a look at that right now.
To these people, explain what's going on. Is this hot? Okay. Can I tell these people what's going on? This is right now, right? I'm doing. We're showing Times Square right now what's going on.
Nia in here. I'm going to show what's going on out there right now.
Right after this tape, do they come?
This is Pearl Jam. The Academy on a giant. What an exciting night for me.
So that's the scene here in Times Square, Jay. What's going on over there?
I know.
You're laughing.
Nia, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Nia Peeples. She'll be back. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who have never been to the Hard Rock, especially people all over the United States, we want to show some of the great stuff that is here. Jim, do you have a close-up of this up here? If you look up, this is Elvis's, this is a real performance jumpsuit. Yeah, you up there?
I'm up here, Jay.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
You're a lot safer than I am, I'm going to tell you that right now.
Actually, I think I've got a really good seat in the house. I think I got the best seat in the house. We've got about, what, 1 minute or so before...
We've got about a minute left.
Oh, we've got...
What could happen in a minute?
We've got about 1 minute left before the big moment that everyone here in Times Square has gathered for.
1 minute, ladies and gentlemen.
1 minute before the dropping of the ball. And of
a
course,
minute 30
as
we
Jay
have.
Thomas
1 minute
puts
30.
It, the dropping
a lot of things can be done in a minute 30.
I think I have the best seat in the house, right next to Marky Mark. And check out this crowd. They're getting really rowdy out there. Woo!
I think in the next minute and 30, ladies and gentlemen, President Bush should pardon Pee Wee Herman. I believe he ought to do it before we ring out the new year. I think that Sharon Stone should put her underpants back on. Let's let her do it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now 1 minute before midnight. 1 minute before midnight.
Hurry up and make those New Year's resolutions. Write them down.
The time is on the screen and we're starting to count.
We're getting ready to count it down.
Wait a minute. We have 50 seconds. That's enough time for Dan Quayle to father Murphy Brown's next baby. 50 seconds. We have 40 seconds. 40. Sinead O'Connor, you have time to tape the picture of the Pope back together. Do it now. We have 30 seconds. You still have time. Marge Schott, Cincinnati Reds owner, to tape your mouth shut permanently.
Here we go.
20 seconds.
19,
Michael
18,
Jackson,
17,
get under
16,
a sun lamp
15,
now.
14,
15 seconds.
13 more seconds.
Arthur
to the ball's all the way
Kidd, turn
down.
your resume into the Nickelodeon.
8, 7, 6, 5,
4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year.
Jay, check it out. Happy New Year, Jay. Wow. Wow. Oh, my God. Jay, I don't have anybody to kiss. Jay, I'm supposed to be kissing somebody out here. Give me a kiss, Jay. How sad. I have to kiss Jay Thomas on New Year's. I'm lonely.
We're live from the Hard Rock Cafe. Mr. Robert Cray, ladies and gentlemen. More of Keith Richards coming up. Let's welcome Nia Peeples back from Times Square. Thank you. How was it up there?
It was unbelievable. You know, I'm a California girl. Standing up there in Times Square was just amazing.
Now, you were very close to the crotch area of Marky Mark's poster.
Yeah, I could actually reach right up, and it was about right here.
How was that?
I can't tell everybody that.
One of the greatest New Year's of your night?
Yes, I will never forget this New Year's.
Thank you. Judy Tenuta, how are you? By the way, this is not a costume party, but we must bring a gentleman up Who come on up here. Come on up.
Look at this.
One of our many guests. One of our many guests.
It's Hoss! Hoss! How was the tractor pull, honey? How was the tractor pull? Kneel down!
What is your name?
Bill George.
Bill, kneel down, Bill. You're going to be healed. Heal him.
Bill? How much money will he give me to lick my boot?
While this healing is going on, let's enjoy the B-52s. Happy New Year. At the Hard Rock. Come over here. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, it would not have been New Year's Eve, certainly without Miss Nia Peeples. Wait a minute. Now,
We're celebrating!
Judy, what is in there?
Right!
What?
Like you're not ready!
Oh, are there strings holding that up? Is that what's happening? Let's thank Miss Judy Tenuta, everybody.
Wait a minute, Jay! I have Jay!
Bring him up. Wait a minute. Oh.
Jay, I brought Jay a date! A date for New Year's Eve! Okay, Jay! Thank you, pig!
Judy Tenuta. Here, Nia. Some for the kid.
Thank you.
I hope we're able to hear up on top of the building at Times Square, Mr. Robert Cray.
Actually, I did. It sounded fantastic. Even from that little tiny earpiece I had.
Can we hear something else from you? Are you too exhausted, too excited, too anything? Ladies and gentlemen, Robert Cray. Before we go any further, I have spent a lot of New Year's Eve. You're a wonderful group, and let's hear it for yourself. Blow that horn. All right. Live right here, Robert Cray. Let's hear it one more time. Wonderful. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. And to all of you. Thank you very much. Are you going to go over to the Academy later with Keith Richards? I mean, you're going to do that? No, you're going to go to bed, right? Yeah. I mean, you ought to be exhausted. We've been here all... Oh, you go to bed, right?
I'm going over.
Oh, you're going to go over. All right, all right. And we're going to go right now to the Academy with Keith Richards. You know, we have had a wonderful time tonight. But one thing, Nia is not with her loved one tonight. I love you all, but I'm not with that special person. Neither one of us we didn't get to kiss at midnight. So if you'll excuse me. There you go.
Happy New Year, Jay.
How big is your husband? I didn't know how good to kiss you. You know, I didn't know how to...
Well, you played it safe. You know, earlier we saw highlights from U2's Zoo TV tour, and that tour was, of course, in support of their album, Achtung Baby, which the band, I guess they went to Berlin to record. Here's a look at that stuff right now and how it went.
Near a spotlight, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, Nia and I are so happy to be on the same bill with Robert Cray here live, but it's been unbelievable. I don't know for you at home, but certainly for us here. And we go right back to the Academy where Keith Richards will not stop. The Hard Rock Cafe's New Year's Eve special will be right back with what? What are they coming back with?
With the grand all-star finale.
There you go. We'll be back.
You know, Robert Cray walked through here just a few minutes ago, and believe it or not, right now, he is down at the Academy Theater with Keith Richards.
Keith Richards?
Yes, with Keith Richards. This is our all-star, what an all-star cast here.
Unbelievable. It'll be an all-star jam right now for you at New Year's Eve.
Robert Cray and Keith Richards.
We have had a wonderful time. And by the way, I mean this sincerely. Hold it. You do not drive home, okay? All right. Do not drive home. You walk home, okay? You drive everyone. And you know what? We need a designated vomiter in the group also. So we got to get somebody that will throw up for people, you know. Nia.
Yes, Jay.
Your husband, Howard, is waiting for you at home.
Yes, he is.
I'll go back to my room and fantasize about that. That's the kind of New Year's plans I have, folks.
Fantasize about Howard?
Both of you, just you may hear me scratching at the door. You know, we've had a wonderful time tonight. We hope you have too. We want to thank, of course, Keith Richards, the Expensive Winos, and all of our friends. Good night from me, Jay Thomas.
And me, Nia Peeples.
Nia Peeples, all together now.